Hello, Nick here from Organized Remains, reviewing the game Murder Soul Suspect. You can find Murder Soul Suspect for around $10 to $15, but if you're patient, you can find it like I did on Steam during a sale for $7. You start your ghostly adventure by becoming a ghost. That is, you are shot and killed. At first you don't believe it, but you're dead. I would say there's nothing you can do about it, but this isn't true, as the whole game is about you doing something about your death. You are a detective while you are alive, and you'll be damned if you're not going to continue being one. This is the beef of the game, doing some detective work and finding out who killed you. As the story develops, you find out about other kooky deaths, and finding out what killed them will help you in the end. So there's a lot of helping other ghosts out so they can finally rest at peace. Some of the people's mysteries are side missions and don't require you to do them. I'm not going to cover any more of the story because I'd give too much away. I will say the story was alright. There were times where I enjoyed it and sometimes I didn't. The characters were sometimes alright, but I actually didn't really like most of the people in the game. Not that they were bad people, but they were people I just didn't care about. Nothing was there to grasp me about loving these characters. Overall though, the story gets the job done, and I did enjoy it for the most part since I am a mystery fan. What I enjoyed even more than the story was the detective work, going around, finding clues, pasting them together, and finding out the truth. There was a couple of different ways to find clues. One is obviously you see something and inspect it. But you're a ghost! We got ghost powers to work with! You can read people's thoughts and push them into thinking about memories that will help them spit out some real good info about the murder case. Pretty cool, right? Ghost powers are great and all when they're good, but you're a ghost. It's a known rule that ghosts can only go through walls that have some sort of opening. For example, I can't enter a building unless the door is open, but I can walk through the walls inside the building. I remember the game explaining why this was in the beginning of the game, but I can't remember what it was. Oh well, I won't hold it against the game. You can't jump either, but the game adds some interesting ways of getting around. One way is going into a cat's mind and controlling the cat to jump around for you. For the most part, I did enjoy Murder Soul Suspect. Nothing mind-blowing, but a good 4 hours until I beat it. There were stealth parts that I had to put up with during parts of the game. This was the low point of the game for me. I didn't like having to stealth around these demon creatures. It wasn't fun. It was sneak around this demon and take it down from behind. If it sees you, it'll chase you around and it's annoying. One thing I didn't mention about this game is the controls could be a lot better. It doesn't really matter for the rest of the game that it doesn't have the best controls. I'm just walking around picking up clues, but when the controls are needed to dodge these demons, it just gets frustrating that the controls are wonky. There's just no fluid behind the character. This part of the game was annoying with the stealth, but it wasn't a big portion of the game, so I can't complain too much. Final say, Murder Soul Suspect is a 4-hour game, and if you don't like the idea of doing detective work, then this isn't a game for you. I'm a big fan of detective games, and I think that's what gave me the power to somewhat look past some of the downfalls to this game. For $7 or $10, I think it's worth it for a short bite of mystery. If you want to hear more about my thoughts on games, then check out the podcast my friend Mr. Breaded Chicken and I do that's located at his channel.